Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of G&A Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Doo, and we're also joined by...
Sober Oni. I was about to say Chooby Doo.
Yes, it happened with me, so I won't give you too much shit about it. I don't know why I said joined by, as if you're like a guest. Like
I'm always a guest. Wherever I go.
I'm always a guest. Oh my god, does that mean no one actually owns this podcast?
This is an abandoned studio we just go
to. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. Another fine week of anime. Lots of things shaking and moving and grooving and vibing and chilling and banging and all that other stuff. So without any further ado, let's get right into it with Shingeki no Kyojin 3, episode 5.
I was right. I called it. I knew some shit was going to happen with the king and the people there during the trial. I called this last week. I know you don't remember last week because that was like a millennia ago for you, but I called it.
I think I remember that.
We had like a 10-minute debate about whether...
No. I remember. It's coming back. It's coming back. Yeah. I mean, good job.
I'm just happy whenever one of my predictions comes true.
Yes.
I have a very bad track record with these things.
You really... Oh, yeah, Mr. Mr. Vampire.
I know. Every time I see something happen that I predict, I'm like, oh, vampires won't happen again.
Oh man, but I mean, it was everything up to Pixis was, I don't know, it's like you could tell what was coming.
I know.
Except like they did a really good job or a really bad job of trying to keep it a surprise, because it was like pretty, like, I don't know, from the way it was moving, I'm just like, yeah, Pixis.
There wasn't much tension because
like,
it was like,
in my
it was
mind,
predictable.
I didn't think it was a coup d'etat. I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see it as a coup d'etat. I just saw it as Pixis. Well, I guess that would be a coup d'etat because I knew Pixis was going.
What was your react? I mean, what was your prediction again?
My prediction was, well, to be specific, my prediction was that the king was gonna die, or they were gonna get killed. Someone's gonna bust through the door, bust through the window, and kill them all, and free Erwin.
That's absolutely not what happened.
Though. It kind of did though, because
the king is probably going to live.
First off, because
the king is literally just an old man.
They Iron Man 3'd the shit out of us because the king is just a Mandarin.
Literally, quite literally is.
I was like, and I knew something was gonna happen because the king. I thought he was dead because the king never changed his expression when all the shit was going on. I watched him be dead this whole time.
I thought he was like having a heart attack. No, he was just asleep with his eyes open.
And they all metaphorically died. They won't be involved in the plot, so I'm right. I'll count that as a win.
Yes, you predicted that they all died, even though they all lived.
They all metaphorically died.
Not what she said, but okay. I'm like, that. Living and dying are two very extreme opposites. So yeah, that whole trick was a cool ploy. Like, be like, hey, make a lie about the Titans attacking again. But
I knew it was a lie too. They didn't do a good job of building anything up.
They didn't. It was like what? Like, as they did it, I think I was too caught up in the hype. Like, I've been like, oh my god, but this actually would be amazing if this happened. Whoa! Mm-hmm. And then like as they kept talking, I'm like, oh wait, I think this is different. I was like I was slightly disappointed. I was like, oh.
I was disappointed that everything wrapped up nicely. Like, I wanted the king and everybody to die, but then I wanted there to be like a war going on, like factions to form. But that didn't really happen. It was like, oh, we proved the king was bad. Everybody's happy. Like, we're all good. We avoided that conflict. And I'm just kind of like, but then like, I don't know, it just feels so anticlimactic.
I mean, I'm not too mad about it because that means that just, in my mind, I'm like, I'm okay with that because that just means there's so much more shit they have to do. Just like, we literally have to do so much more stuff. Like Historia, we need to cover Historia and her shit so much more. This stupid government coup d'etat crap.
Yeah,
Which,
I'm looking forward to seeing the whole Historia
like,
thing.
I'd rather see them like fight this Jeff dude than all of this whole government shit going on. To be honest.
You mean Kenny?
Kenny, what did I call him?
Jeff.
Oh, I don't know why I thought his name was Jeff.
Is that how you see me?
No, you're nowhere as cool.
Damn straight.
But yeah, we're gonna go and get Kenny. So I'd rather see that than the whole fight, the whole game of cat and mouse to get Kenny, the whole thing with Aaron and the whole secrets behind everything. I'm more interested in all of that than this whole government bullshit, even though they're loosely connected.
Yeah. I feel like as much as I do like, I guess I'm in the rare minority that like the whole faction wars between the humans thing, but I did feel like it kind of came and went, you know, like it was always there in the background, but then it kind of like reached a fever pitch over these past 5 episodes and then just died out and now it's gone. So it just feels like it was out of place.
I'm okay with that. I'm like, I knew they're gonna have to go there at some point. Like the government's gonna have to get more involved at some point. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the whole government thing could honestly been its own season.
I was gonna say at least half a season. Like it should have been half a season of just like put more action in it so it's not all politics.
But like no, I wanted to. It could have been like the whole season. Like wow, all this stuff, but just put more Titans in it. That and I would have been happy. I would have been okay with that. No, I'm sorry, I'm not okay.
They're holding a trial.
An anime called Attack on Titan. And there's no Titans involved.
Fucking holding a trial and Titans just pop out of nowhere and they kill the Titans and alright, time to resume the trial. It's like a monster of the week type, like Sailor Moon, but at the end of every episode it's a Titan.
Not even that. I mean, just like go back to Renner. Go back to wait, shit. Is that one of the special Titans?
Yeah.
Did I get that name right? Yeah.
Wait,
go back to
yeah. Or is it John? No, it's Reiner. No, it's Reiner.
Reiner. Yeah. Go back to Reiner. Go back to Reiner's boyfriend. Go back to Ymir. Like, I need to see more. I need to see more about that. I want to see more about Historia and her connection to the Titans because she's of royal blood. That's what I care about. If they could do that while also government plot, like for me, the government, like it could be one of those things where it's like a side plot through most of it, and then it becomes like the main plot towards the end. Like, and I've been okay with that.
You know what? It feels like to compare this to Overlord, because I feel like we're gonna just end up doing that a lot this season. It feels very focused. Like the focus is narrow. Like refocused on the politics thing, so everyone else get the fuck out. No Aaron screen time, no Reiner screen time, nothing else matters except these politics things. Versus like Overlord, where everything feels interconnected and like one thing happening affects something else, and you see multiple characters' perspectives. This was just purely everything is happening within this narrow perspective.
Yeah,
which isn't horrible, but it just feels weird and disjointed when you get really fast arcs like this one.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't mad about it. I literally just want to go to Historia and learn more about Titan shit. And now we get to do that by episode 6. I really can't complain too much.
Yeah, didn't eat too much time up, so.
Yeah, it's not like as if like this whole arc was boring or bad by any means.
No. Well,
so, yeah.
Speaking of potentially fucking amazing arcs, let's talk a little bit about Overlord Season 3, Episode 6. So this episode starts the brand new arc with a whole new crew, new characters, because that's what Overlord needs, more new characters.
Yeah.
But
not enough world building.
We need more world building.
They're actually building a whole world.
Soon their world is going to be bigger than our actual recorded history. This group of characters I like. I really, really, really like these group. I know they're all gonna die, but I really, really like these group of characters.
Yeah. I like the new Emperor Gil.
Oh yeah, Gil came out.
I'm calling him Ruler Gil. No one.
Ruler Gil was in this episode.
Yeah, right. New class, get it now, 5-star. Using his charisma X to command people to do shit. Oh yeah, the necromancer was like, oh god, someone who's all into the dead, and like the main character is a skeleton. Whoa. I forget the necromancer's name. Let's see. Oh, we meet the oldest prince of like the 3 horrible like children.
Yeah.
They're just all horrible. Like
he's horrible in a different way. Yeah, they are all horrible people, but they're all horrible in uniquely different ways.
Like yeah, no, he's just trash. Like he's just trash. Like he's trash. The middle brother is kind of like a slimy dick.
Yeah.
And I forget what her name is. Do you remember?
I don't remember her name. I just call her blonde evil princess.
Yeah, and she's just fucking crazy.
Their father must. I was watching the scene. I'm like, man, that father must be so fucking proud. He's like, I'm 0 for 3 with children right now. Yeah. What is happening to my kingdom?
0 for 3. He's like, yep. All the princes are like, yep, I'm gonna go and attack him. Yeah, they clearly haven't attacked us first, so let's go and fight them. And I'm like, yeah, okay, so you're that kind of person.
Because the king looks so level-headed and like appropriate.
Yeah, and then his dick-headed right-handed man or knight or whatever. Like, who's also just equally of a dick.
I think they're like the same person. They're just an extension of the same person.
They really are. They're like, oh my god. They definitely, like, when they get drunk together, they definitely, like, either they fuck or they thought about it. Like, definitely. Guys like that, ugh. Like, they're gay in the not so great way. But yeah. Yeah, the whole exchange where like the guy's like, you filthy fucking commoner, don't speak to me. Oh fuck, I should kill you right now. And then the king is like,
a little bit extreme.
King is like, bitch, actually, relax.
It's like, dude, that's like my knight. That's like my personal knight.
So
you're literally threatening my bodyguard.
You need to chill the fuck out. That's what you need to do. Ugh. And then the intendant is like, you know what? My prince is right. You should shut the fuck up. It's like, oh my god, shut up. Oh. Like, I don't know. I like them because I like to hate them.
Yeah, they're those characters that are meant to be hated.
Yeah. And then the whole new plot where they're gonna go robbing graves and all the workers, which are they're like not adventurers.
Yeah, I didn't get what they were. Are they like mercenaries or isn't that just like an adventurer is a mercenary?
But I guess because they don't belong to like a guild or they're not like part of like the politics of anything.
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess that's how it works. I don't know.
They should have elaborated more on the difference between them. But that's fine, because the workers that we did get to see, I liked. I liked the main guy, the blonde dude with the red hair on top.
Yeah, I like Arca. I feel bad. Also, feel bad for Arca.
I'm not gonna like Arca because I know she's gonna die in the most brutal, horrible way. So I'm just gonna not like her. I decided that I know these people are all gonna die horribly. So I'm going to assume, because she gets so much focus and she triggered like 201 death flags this episode, that she's gonna be like,
don't worry, sister. I'll do my best to keep us out of here, and we can be together forever.
we'll be happy. This is my last job. No.
Last job ever, and then you can just run away and be happy.
I'm gonna assume that this is my prediction for this arc is they're all gonna go to the tomb. They're all gonna systematically die one by one, and it's gonna be the last girl left is gonna be her, and she's gonna witness all her friends dying horribly, and then, like, I don't know, get killed the worst way possible.
I feel like you almost just described like some of the plots of Danganronpa, the despair arc.
Yeah, it's like Danganronpa put in a fantasy setting and no trials.
There were no trials in the despair arc.
Fine, remove the mystery element, because I'm pretty sure it's just going to be... Because the tomb they're investigating is Nazarick, right?
I assume
so.
I know it's like literally like Ainz controls the area, but he's also going as well. So
yeah,
it's like,
so I'm assuming it's Nazarick, because they're like tomb, and then as soon as Ainz showed up, I'm like, oh, so this is probably going to be like, oh, Ainz actually manipulated this thing from the beginning, and he controlled the request, and they're all going to go to his tomb for some reason. So I'm assuming they're going to go to Nazarick, and then I'm going to assume that just, like, the monsters in Nazarick are going to kill
that's
him.
another death flag. He's like, is this worth you guys dying over? And they're like,
oh, yeah,
that... Sure. that was a...
Death like, flags the episode.
That was the biggest flag of all. Oh shit. Oh, I was gonna say something. I feel like this is gonna be like, this arc is gonna be like actually just a long special of undercover bosses.
Yo, I thought the same exact thing, and I'm just like, I can't wait. And then I also I did like how the half elf girl and the other guy are just like already in a relationship. So I felt even worse that they're gonna die.
I love how he literally just openly admits it to his friend. He's like, "Oh yeah, this girl's like actually hotter than my girlfriend."
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, yikes.
He has a point though.
He's not wrong, but still.
Right, well, I'm looking forward to how that arc is gonna unfold and how everyone's gonna die horribly. I'll be disappointed if they don't now that I set that expectation in my mind.
There's something really weird about the expectation. But alright. Let's move on to Isekai Maou episode 7.
Right.
I missed the beginning, but apparently the beginning was literally just Shira getting hypnotized and basically leaving Diablo.
Yeah. This episode was not a very it was one of those episodes where it was just like, it felt cliche. Like, the episode itself
It was incredibly cliche. It was very out of character for the series so far.
Everyone was out of character. Well, Rem was not out of character, but everyone else was out of character.
Yeah, Diablo was literally beside himself in anguish. Like, literally so depressed.
He was just like so moping. And they did the whole thing. You didn't see, but in the very, very beginning, there was like this... The episode started off with like this flashback of... He was a kid and he had friends, and basically all his friends were just using him for farming rare items and shit. And they were like, you know, the typical anime thing where he comes around and they don't see him and like, man, that Diablo's such an idiot. We could just keep milking all his rare items from him, blah, 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 blah. And I guess that was to imply this is why he doesn't trust people. But that's like the most cliche backstory you can
also, that's the most
possibly
random
get.
one. That's like the most random one that you could think of. Like, who the fuck farms other people's items? Like,
he doesn't need a backstory. Like, he didn't need that kind of, like, I like it. Sometimes characters don't need like this backstory to them. They could just be like, I don't trust people because that's my disposition and I'm awkward.
Exactly.
Like, we didn't need origins for his awkwardness.
It didn't need to be. It didn't have to be that. You didn't have to be that serious. It didn't have to be that serious.
Exactly. And and then on top of that, his whole acting out of character, like, oh, she left me, and yeah, it was probably hypnotism or whatever, but I can't trust anyone anymore, and yeah, like, this felt like it was...
Oh my god, I'm like, yo, did you and Shara fuck? Did she take your virginity? Like, that is the only reason I can think of that you are reacting this way. That I would understand, but, like,
But even then, he knew it was hypnotism because he even says it. I don't know if you were there for that part when Rem shows up and she's like,
No, I was there for that.
So then I'm like, when you know it's hypnotism,
I'm still gonna be mopey about it and not do anything.
Like 90% of the episode didn't need to happen. Like this episode should have been the brother shows up, tries to hypnotize her, and Diablo just like punches him in the face, and that's it. That's it. If the rest of it felt completely manufactured just to have this kind of weird character development for Diablo,
which
that he didn't really need.
Yeah, he didn't need it at all. They could have done it in such a cooler way, but I don't know why they
Also,
didn't.
the worst cliffhanger ever, because we know he's just gonna kill the Hydra in like one hit.
Oh, there's a giant Hydra. How will he?
He literally killed the whole army of Fallen like 2 episodes ago, bro. We know he's gonna kill the Hydra.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be a really good fight.
I don't see
it's gonna be predictable.
I see him just like blowing up the forest again.
I don't know. I hope it's a good fight at least. That's what I'm hoping happens. Because then there was no reason for that.
Yeah, I just want to see Elf Shinji get the shit beat out of him. Is it? I hope the Hydra eats him. I hope the Hydra eats Elf Shinji.
I can't watch Shinji die, so like this will do. I just imagine it's real Shinji.
Even the fan service in this episode was super cliche. Like the slime
thing. Slime that turns into tentacles. I'm like, you gotta just probably
listen. Like this Isekai Maou,
they're gonna turn to like a male form too. Like fucking her. Like
Isekai Maou isn't like the most original show of all time or anything, but it has been good at kind of like getting like throwing off the tropes a bit. So this episode came out of nowhere. So hopefully next episode's a lot more representative of what we've seen so far from the series.
Yeah. Like, yeah, no, I have nothing more really to say about this episode. It was very, like, whatever.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, let's move on to Chio-chan.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 7. I'm just gonna make this my episode of the week.
I was gonna say, is this my episode of the week? I'm trying to think about. Yeah, you know what? This is my episode of the week too.
There's one obvious other option.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going with this one just because of the first part with the BL.
I knew you were gonna do this. I knew it. I knew you were gonna love that part.
Why wouldn't I? That
shit was hilarious. The part that literally got me was the random part at the end where she has the chocolates covering up the guy's shirt, and then the guy's like, "You want a bag?" He's like, "I don't need a bag." Just carry it like this.
Oh my god, I was gagging when she was like, "Oh, just a bunch of pretty men," and he's like the fucking like Latino guy, and the old dude, and then she's like, "Oh," and then she. Like just the process of watching her turn into like a trash girl. I forget what the name is. Like what is it? What's the term for the girls?
The Fujoshi.
Fujoshi.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you. Just watching her turn into a Fujoshi was just so satisfying to watch. It was so like the slow decline into like disgustingness. Like I loved it. I loved her shitting on like, you know, JPRPGs.
Yeah.
That thing with like Cloud.
Did they actually play the Final Fantasy theme song at one point? I swear I heard it.
They did. And you're like, what the fuck does he have a sword like that anyways? Oh. Like, oh my god, it was so funny. She was like, we're getting like, damn it, Japan's getting taken over by the homos. And I'm like, oh my god.
I like how they keep incorporating the Yakuza guy by just giving him new jobs.
I love it. Oh god, and I love that he's still so into her. I love they're still keeping up that whole plot. Like,
yeah,
it just gets more and more adds on to it now.
It's hilarious.
Like, I love how she was trying so hard, and he was like, hey, that's not obviously BL magazine you're carrying out there. You should probably. You're not bullying anyone. You should probably put it away.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you remember the part like towards the end where he's like actually playing it.
You have part was looking.
And the guy's like, Ando-san.
I hope that becomes a plot line too, where he's just interested in Hondo.
Oh my god. That was so, like, that first part was so amazing. Ugh.
That was great. The second half was also good.
Oh my god, that was also good. Like, once again, just nostalgia of, like, dumb middle school kids just fucking around. But, like, and I remember what hit me so hard in my soul is that when they were fucking around and then they were in public and Chio was like, okay, I'm not doing this in public.
Yeah, Chio's...
that hit my soul.
I relate so much to Chio. Wait. No, we're putting this back in the forest, guys. We're not destroying my reputation out here.
Exactly. Not that I would be horsing around like that. I was too proper and prim and pretty at that point. I was. Most definitely.
The Kabaddi girl showing up at the end was just like the icing on the cake.
Oh my god, it was. Like, I was like, how do you actually make this part better? And then the Kabaddi girl was just like, hey, you shouldn't defile other girls' bodies on your own. Even though she literally, her whole thing is literally to, like, more or less, like,
molest her.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was great.
Manana was great.
Oh my god.
Manana going crazy at the end.
She had that ugly face on, and Manana, do you want to go out? Like, her face is like,
she's like, sure. Where's that girl? I'm gonna shove both my hands up her ass.
Like, oh my god. Like, using her hands, like, start, like, swirling around each other from, like, weird drill. Oh my god.
I love this show so much.
Me too. The characters are just so... Oh, like, this makes me want to watch, like, other comedy things, like the old comedies that everyone, like, talks about, but I've never watched, like was it Nichijou? Or is it Ichijo?
Oh, Nichijou. Nichijou is very good, and so was Daily High School Lives, or was it fucking tongue twister names? Daily Lives of High School Boys.
There's nothing tongue twister about that.
Well, okay. I misarrange the words in my head all the time, so.
Fair enough. It's a long title. But yeah, no, this is a great episode. So happy. Oh, and of course the old woman.
Oh yeah, that scene at the end that got me.
Wait, before that, that was great. Before that, can we just put back on where the little girl was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stick your butt too," and then the comedy girl literally just like, "Oh, sure," and I'm just like, "Oh."
She like literally spreads her ass.
Oh my god! This show is really like slight. I feel like this is comedy, but also they need to add the shoujo ai tag to this. I think I would at this point.
Yeah, it feels like you should do that by this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, the old woman was fucking. I knew there was some twist coming, and I did not see that. I was like, well, what's the twist? I thought it was gonna be like she was just sleeping or something like that.
Yeah,
nope.
God, I thought in my mind I thought she'd be dead, but I'm like, I don't think they go that far.
No, but they went. They went just as far with her playing games.
Yeah.
And stealing Wi-Fi.
Yeah, right. She's like cussing at them. She gives them... No, that was a little girl. The little girl's great. She's just like this impudent little shithead. Like,
yeah, I hope she comes back.
Like, oh my god. Like, yeah, she's like leaving. She just gives them the middle fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, This is a good episode. I love this anime. I'm really glad I picked this one.
Yes, so glad.
Alright.
Let's move on to Boku no Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 19. The start of the rescue operations.
Yeah, the second test.
I kind of liked it. I kind of liked that there's a... Like, I thought it was going to be boring. Because it was like, oh, you just pick them up and rescue them. But they really went in depth with how you're supposed to rescue people.
Yeah, like really.
Like, oh my god, are they gonna
impressively
bring a paramedic and just like, this is how you resuscitate?
This is how you're supposed to. This is how you do it. Stop talking to me like that. Like I'm cut and I'm bleeding and shit. Stop saying. Like stop. Don't say. Oh no, this is terrible.
I loved how they gave Bakugo the benefit of the doubt when he was just yelling at everybody.
He
yells at the victims of.
You're fucking fine.
Get off my hair.
Yeah, like oh wow, he already knew that we were okay, but he was still an asshole. So minus points.
I liked it because it also did a good job of showing like there's a difference between the heroes who are good at fighting, like literally everyone in the academy right now, and heroes that are actually good at helping people. Because everyone, when you think about it, they're all shit at helping people. Like Bakugo can't really help people with his quirk.
Yeah, I wouldn't say everyone. Like the side characters who don't fight as much. I think, like for example, the animal guy. This should be his.
Yeah. This should be exactly what he's built to do.
Yeah, this is like a slam dunk for him.
I like how it makes their quirks relevant. You know, it's not like, oh, you suck because you don't have fucking all might strength or whatever. Your quirk is just like you can swim fast or whatever. Like no, it's reason to have that. Like there's so much emphasis on saving people.
Yeah, I know Froppy's gonna do well in this one because Froppy's like crazy. He can just stick to anywhere and has a tongue. Like, let's see, Uraraka.
Yeah.
like wow, all this heavy rebel. Oh.
Yeah, she's good. There's a lot of them. What's his name? Ida can be good for this.
Mineta
Momo can be good for this
because Momo cannot literally make pretty much anything she wants. I
feel like everyone except Bakugo is good for this.
Yeah, right. Like I'm an electricity guy.
Yeah. Basically, people who have completely like super offensive quirks aren't really suited for this.
Yeah, like I want to see. It's interesting to see how Todoroki's gonna use his powers. I'm not saying he can't, but like his powers are honestly like I think more suited towards combat.
Yeah.
But I think they can help too. I think he just has to like think a little.
I mean, he could probably do a lot with his ice powers.
Yeah.
I did love how they made it like a point to point out the where Deku was like, oh yeah, all this time we've been busy fighting, we never really had to focus on helping people and how different that is.
We were trying not to get killed by everybody.
So we're super good at like fighting people and killing people, but we can't save.
You can't do like that basic part of being a hero.
And also, I like how it like contrasts to like comic book heroes, where it's like they're heroes, but they literally destroy half the city every time they fight. Probably hundreds of people die in every fight. You know what I mean? So like those heroes, like Superman, would not make it past this test. Have you seen the Superman movie?
No. I mean, like, he probably would. I don't know. I feel like there's no one. Superman's so strong. I feel like there's no one in this universe so far that can like best him per se.
Goku would have passed this test.
Oh yeah, no. Goku's like no fighting.
I got you. I'll help you guys.
Hey guys, I just need you to raise up your hands to this guy real quick.
And Gang Orca showing up with first off, I want to say that Gang Orca is that's my favorite superhero name of all time now, and B, he is the most badass looking villainous hero.
Yeah, exactly. Like I still don't believe that he is a hero almost because he literally just looks so badass. Like he's just a giant fucking whale in like a fucking suit with like some cape and shit, like some weird cape thing going on that like works so well. His design is incredible.
Very, very good design. I'm glad they brought him back because he looks amazing. And I hope he fucks everyone up.
Oh God, he will. He will. That was such a good twist, which I knew was coming. I felt like it can never be something. I'm like everything is going a little too smooth. I thought it was gonna be like another Disaster Strikes, but then they were like, nah, we're just gonna put
a super villain there for you to fight.
have fun.
Yeah. All right. Let us move on to Steins Gate Zero, episode 18.
Oh boy.
Where do we start with this?
Well, at least now Mew is actually dead.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Maybe.
Question mark.
Maybe.
Because we keep thinking she's dying, but it's like...
Oh, yeah, the bullet just grazed me. Can we confirm that Kaguri's dead?
I don't know, can we?
Who's really dead at this point?
Jesus, like... She gets shot, shot, stabbed, shot. Like,
technically,
then...
the missile blew up where she was still on top of the
building. Jesus. Shock. Leskinen is a bad guy. Shock. So is Miss Rhea. Shock.
I kind of liked him being... Like, I knew he was a bad guy, but they pulled it off really well.
Yeah, they did, because he's still very charismatic and whatever. And I told you, like, that I called. Ha! Speaking of predictions.
What?
I called it.
Called what?
I called, excuse me. I called, well, I think we said it together, but, like, I feel like I said it first. Whereas, like, they definitely someone brainwashed Kaguri from the future and send her back in time.
I think we did say that together, but yes, fine. Fair enough, I'll give that one to you.
Yes.
You called it.
Yes, and I was just like, oh, to me that was like the true revelation, and I was just like, yes, I knew it, because that's the only thing that makes sense. So I'm happy I got.
What I didn't get is so he's trying to create a time paradox, right? But how would that work? Like within the Steins Gate universe, like wouldn't it just transfer to an alternate timeline? Like, can you create a paradox? If you just shift world lines whenever you change something?
Excuse me. That's a good question. I really wasn't, like... I don't know. I wasn't too focused on, like, the explanation, because I'm just like, bullshit science explanation. I was also taking notes. And also a lot of stuff was happening. But yeah, I guess now that we're here, I as well put on our thinking caps for a bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Future him sends Kaguri to the past. He didn't say he planned on taking the time machine. He didn't plan on destroying it, right?
Yeah, he planned on taking it to go, I guess, to the past or future. Now, would he have to go to the future and then like meet himself? Would that create a time paradox?
Would meeting yourself create? But then,
because no one met themselves.
You're right. Yeah. Okabe never... He didn't meet himself in Steins Gate.
I think they specifically said he had to not meet himself. Like, that was one of the stipulations.
Yeah. So yeah, I think... Yeah. I guess that explains that.
We're going to assume that was like, what he was trying to do.
Go to the future, cause time paradox. I don't see what other way, because every other explanation would just be like, time changes.
Well, if you know, let us know in the comments what his plan to create a paradox was.
Yes, because we're apparently too stupid.
We are too dumb for this shit.
Yeah.
But other than that, I liked it. I liked the whole reveal of him being a villain. Even though we saw it coming, I liked how his motivations kind of like... It doesn't really go against his character. It's not something dumb like, I just want money or something like that.
Yeah, no, he's just like, I really, like, he's like, I am an evil scientist
who
just doing this for shits and giggles.
Yeah, and he's kind of like in that way, he's kind of like a foil for Okabe, because he's like also a mad scientist, but with
Yeah, but it is right for like the good mad scientist
versus the bad mad scientist type of, which I love. I love that setup. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing. There's not that much more though. I can't believe we're already towards the end. Like we're in the last 5 or so episodes.
Yeah.
It feels like not much has happened. Like it feels like it's just starting.
I know what you mean, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like that also happened in Steins Gate too.
I don't know. Like there was, I feel like in the original Steins Gate, like it got off the ground pretty, like maybe around episode 7 or 6, and then steadily, like there was a steady increase of more and more shit
I thought
happening.
in my mind, I feel like there was just like a point where like freaking what's her face, Maou, she just started dying a lot.
Yeah, and it was like around episode 7 or something like that. And then things kept getting more progressively crazier and crazier and crazier because then we figured out that FB was Mr. Braun. We found out that Suzuha was from the future. Like every other episode was like a major crazy reveal where the plot thickens. This one, I kind of like, it went slower and now we're hitting this kind of like dun 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 moment, but there's like 5 episodes left in the show.
Yeah, I'm okay with that because it's like the darker version. So it's like more feels, more sadness, less time travel because he's like opposed to it, which is like the whole point of this timeline.
Yeah, I get you. All right.
Yeah. Let's move on to our last show of the night, evening, day, whatever time
zone you're in.
Persona 5, episode 20. So now we move on to Okamura's palace.
Yep.
Where we are introduced to a new character that we've seen once previously.
I think she shows up like in the background a couple of times.
Oh, I only saw her like the one time where she was being escorted in a car. Her name is Haru. And she's paired up with Mona, who I forgot was like mad at them.
They kind of glazed over that part last episode, but yeah, there was like supposed to be more to it where he's like really, really against the Phantom Thieves, and then he just goes out on his own and meets Haru.
I don't know. He's pretty against them this episode.
Yeah, which I get. I like they can't spend as much time on lingering on Mona's like angst and recollections. Like, let's dedicate a whole episode to Mona's angst.
I think they did a good job, like preluding to it.
Yeah.
To the like the anime did.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm liking anime Haru a lot more than I liked game Haru.
I would say, first of all, I did like the whole Mona being mad at them and the whole them making it up. I think one thing the anime did with this part, and I guess this may be facetious of me to say because I haven't played this part. So, but I would say that when they had these dramatic events where like Mona was feeling some type of way and Ryuji was like trying to apologize, like the whole back and forth, especially at the end. You know, you don't get to see, unless they had cutscenes like that in the game, you don't get to see like the close-ups of their faces as they're apologizing, like.
No, yeah, they didn't have a cutscene in the game.
Yeah, like I'm sure you just saw like the text of them apologizing and like
now we're and their static polygonal faces.
Exactly, but no, you get to see their actual facial expressions, like expressing their feelings a lot more. Like it just felt more like emotional, which I like that.
Yeah, that part's good.
Like I don't know, I feel like there's a lot more emotion in this than what could be offered in the game. Just because of that, like even when Haru is like, "Oh, I really hate that guy," like the look of the stain on her face was like really good.
I really, really wish that this show was an adaptation of something besides Persona 5 because it's good. It's just like it'll never be as good as Persona 5, the game. So I feel like it's going to get a bad rep for that. But honestly, this was a pretty good episode on its own, I think.
No, it really was. Like, this is one of my more favorite episodes of the series.
Yeah, I especially like the cutesy horror scene where she comes out and fumbles her lines and Mona has to rescue her. Like, that part was nice. I like those little character development moments.
Yeah, it was very funny. Of course, it still can't be complete without asshole people existing. So, a special fuck you to Haru's dad, helping his daughter out. To essentially, the other person who I'm giving a special fuck you to, which is her fiance, who is a complete fucking psycho, who kicks cats.
This cat kicking asshole.
Yeah. Like, oh, you have to, like, oh, like, stop. I'm like, actually stop like, acting like an abusive father figure. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's about it. I do find it weird that there's definitely no way we're gonna finish up the actually, like, how many episodes is this series? It still says 24 episodes. There is no way they're gonna finish the game because there's like 4 episodes left or 5 episodes left, and there's like 3 more palaces, not counting the one they're at right now. So yeah. My guess is they're going to get to the end of this Haru arc and then, I guess, announce a second season because there's no way they can even finish it in an OVA or anything.
or a whole chunk of OVA is like a freaking...
Maybe they'll do the thing that... The Heaven's Feel thing. They'll have 3 movies come out. One for each palace. Love UFO table animated.
Or Phoenix Stella.
Oh god, yeah, let's have Shaft. Shaft animate Persona. That would be the trippiest fucking thing.
Yeah, like I think I'd actually throw up. Head Morgana head tilts, please.
Oh yes, Morgana head tilts, please. We need this. I think that's all I have to say about that episode, though.
So even if you would be so kind to take us away.
I shall. Thank you guys for watching, and if you want to follow us more, you can follow us over on Twitter and Discord, and we also have a Twitch. It is just Twitch. But if you want to go that extra mile, you can also support us on Patreon, like these lovely patrons on screen right now. And Drew, do you have anything you would like to add?
We should play. We should take a note from Chio and play some. What was it? Play that. Oh, that BL game that was really popular at the beginning.
Game that was really popular in the beginning.
The BL game. Something Daddy.
Oh, Dream Daddy.
Dream Daddy. We should play that.
We should do that.
I'm like, nah, I want to play something like that. That, plus me going to FlameCon was awesome. Also, shout out to anyone who went to FlameCon or LibertyCon.
I forgot that was this weekend.
Yeah, I was like,
so I saw LibertyCon,
ill, but except not really. But I just shit on LibertyCon because it's the same weekend as FlameCon. Bastards.
Yes. All right. Without further ado, then, I think we'll be signing off. This has been Soroni, along with
Scooby-Doo.
And we shall see you next time. Later.
Bye.